coming, or it's believed she has.
Yeah.
Actually, I saw a demotivational poster about her. It said, hobbits, every race has their prostitutes.
Oh! That is true, though, because she is like 4'1" or something.
Jeez.
But
I look like a giant compared to her. Let's make sure we get this on film.
The radio audience doesn't need to hear that.
And we are back. This is the RNO Variety Show here on WBGU FM 88.1. And I guess we're going into some international news with Paul.
alright, folks, so this week was pretty hectic week, but, you know, I want to keep it on the light side so people don't get depressed. A few interesting points that I'd like to bring up in the news today. This last weekend down in Australia, somehow, I don't know how you do this, a little boy climbed up onto the back of a whale. He got a $9,600 fine for disturbing wildlife. But my question is, how do you a little boy, I mean, unless he's like, you know, Zohan, you know, when he's swimming, I don't understand this.
What my question is why didn't he get a $9,000 prize?
Yeah.
For managing
That
to get
takes
a whale?
talent.
The whale, from what I understand, was what they call a southern right whale. And where that term, the right whale, comes from is that it was slow enough that whale hunters could come up to it in their big schooners. It was the right whale. Yeah, there you go. And let's see. Other news, a little bit more depressing. You know those little segways that people drive around on, the goofy little things a mall cop goes around on? Well, the CEO, this man is worth $260 million. That's 116 million pounds. All right, he's English. He somehow was driving along on, I don't know where he was, I don't know how this happened. He drove off a cliff and died.
Well,
with his Segway.
Really?
They saw he died. He was right next to a Segway. So they said they don't believe this is foul play, and I'd hate to be foul play because that's like shooting Santa Claus or something. I mean, the guy looks like a teddy bear. Looks like a teddy bear. He's in charge of the Segway company, you know. But I mean, if we're looking at a case of death by Segway, I mean that's something new. But
come on, man.
I mean, yeah. I don't know what to think about that.
Well, our hearts and prayers go out.
Yeah,
to
true.
Yes.
It's not funny. I mean,
Yeah.
it is funny, but it's not.
Yeah.
Way to clear that up there.
This deserves a chuckle, but you should feel ashamed afterwards. So get your chuckle in now. Forget about it. It's okay. Anyway, and then the last big piece we got here is all right.
Go ahead,
Deep breaths now. Okay, anyway. But, so, other news, Kim Jong-il, it's reported he might be choosing an heir this week to his dynasty.
Right.
And, yeah, anyway, but, so I guess he hasn't made a public appearance in, what was it, like 10 months?
I actually did hear this because, you know, they're saying his heir might be his brother. But he recently, like, they've been actually questioning and wondering if maybe he's actually really sick, you know, like fatally sick, because there was a photo was released of Kim Jong-il, you know, when these rumors started. There was a picture of him at, like, his huge, you know, military parade thing, you know.
Okay.
And it was him, along with, like, a general, a bunch of soldiers in the background. And they looked at it, and experts could tell that it was doctored, that he was not there.
Really?
So, pretty much, they've come to, like, and this itself was a year ago, that he hadn't made an actual public appearance in, like, 10 months or 11 months.
So he's just, like, lying sick in bed.
They think he's really sick, so, I mean, he could already be dead, and, you know, they're just...
Interesting thing is that they have these are really rare. It's called a workers' meeting, where all the people are going to get together and supposedly choose a new head honcho. But the balance of power in the North Korean government is shifting around like crazy right now.
Yeah.
I think Kim Jong-il, I think he has a sister that I heard
really, that might work.
murmurings that no, she's in charge of part of the army now.
Oh,
But and he's shifting around the balance of power all over the place. So it'll be interesting. Keep tuned, folks.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. Because I had heard that his son Kim Jong-un was supposed to take over soon. So
Yeah, that's what I heard as well.
Let's hope that Kim Jong-un is a little bit more, you know.
Less crazy.
Yeah, he's not a basket case.
Yeah.
But
basket case.
yeah, that's all I got. That's all I got for you.
You know, speaking of communist nations, I recently read in Time magazine about Cuba, and Cuba is making fantastic strides, basically towards private enterprise taking over, because the government just can't afford to hire 90% of the island's population anymore.
Right.
90% of the people work for the government, and the government just can't afford it anymore. And so, slowly but surely, certain industries are being phased over to the private sector. Yeah.
So are we seeing the fall? I mean, this is the last bastion of communism.
Yeah, these two nations.
Yeah.
Pretty much is. Yeah. So we may well be.
That's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool to see what happens.
It'll be a little good note in the history books, and we're here to watch it live. We always.
Fidel Castro himself will never die, but
that's right.
Cuba will probably.
It's the tobacco that keeps him alive.
Yep. We didn't encourage that, by the way.
No, totally don't encourage that. But
it's weird and survive off tobacco.
yeah.
Well, I'm going to reiterate our trivia question in case people have just tuned in.
Yes.
We're going along with the theme of civil rights because we had an interview about that very topic to lead off the show. And the question is, what was the name of the Supreme Court case that established the doctrine of separate but equal?
Yes, the one that was overturned by Brown versus
Board of Education, exactly. So, Brown versus Board of Education is not the correct answer. And 419-372-8810.
Yes. Okay.
All right, Kyle. What do you? We taking another break?
What do you got for us?
We got Kyle.
Yeah,
We got Kyle. We got Kyle.
All right.
Let's do this. Well, I wrote after I was looking around and
There you go.
Alright, well, in Japan, Paris Hilton was barred from entering Japan because she had a drug charge in Las Vegas, like 2 days earlier, so they wouldn't let her in because they got strict laws when it comes to immigration and drug charges.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Well, entering. And so, like, 29-year-old celebrity, like, arrived at the Narati International Airport, like, 2 days after she pled to the misdemeanor, so, yeah. And, like, Paris had, like, she understood and respected the laws of Japan, and, like, she
understood
yeah,
the
that's what
laws
she...
of Japan. I don't understand.
Are we sure about that?
That's what she said, but...
After she threw a tantrum and had to be tasered, yes, then she understood the law.
Yeah, probably.
Laying there scribbling on the ground,
That's
like,
what
oh,
she
I
said
understand
right
the law. I get it.
Yeah.
Well, that's what she said on there, so, which, you know, people just say it to make themselves look better, so.
PR.
Yeah.
This is an excellent example of watch what you do, because
Yeah.
what you do, you might think it's cool at the moment, but if you do something that's really stupid, I mean, it's gonna come back and bite you in the butt. I mean, this is showing you an excellent example, and it's Paris Hilton, which makes it funny.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
So the R&O, not only do we do trivia, provide news, but we also teach lessons in morality. Think before you
Exactly.
act. That's the moral of today's show.
Paris Hilton, do not be this.
Yeah.
exactly.
Oh man, so what about that 29-year-old there?
Yeah.
That was all part of the same
Yeah.
story?
I didn't know you were 29.
Oh,
She was 29.
She's forever gonna be in her
I was
mid-20s.
about to say,
Hmm.
yeah.
I mean, honestly, look at this. I mean, at what people do to themselves today to stay young. I mean, I don't even know the ages of the people on Jersey Shore. I mean,
I don't know.
Yeah.
20s.
yeah, nobody cares.
It's a good guess.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
With black hair.
I'd be kind of worried if never mind. Anyway, that's a totally different topic. But
No worries.
yeah. But anyhow, yeah. I know it's another case of privileged kid gets spanked. So.
Another case of stupidity.
Oh well, yeah.
All isn't common.
Oh yeah.
Just look at the White House for the last 8 years.
Well,
well,
actually,
hey,
the whole
hey.
last decade.
Oh,
Really.
Oh
well.
yeah, last decade.
But let's keep it neutral, guys. Let's keep it
Right,
neutral.
this is
That's
the
right.
show.
This is,
Yeah.
you gotta,
We're all friends here.
you gotta keep